In a world where technology is the lifeblood of civilization, humanity embarked on its most ambitious journey yet. A network connecting minds, breaking boundaries. But in the vast cosmos, not all were in awe. For some saw opportunity in humanity's brilliance, and so the beacon of progress flickered. But in the face of adversity, humanity did what it does best. They fought back.
Once upon a time, in the vast cosmos, the humans pulled off something that left everyone scratching their heads. They created an engineering marvel that spanned across their entire sector, a network of such complexity that it dwarfed anything the known galaxy had ever seen. It was this marvel that rocketed the human race to prominence. Hailing from a world teeming with resources and dangers, humans were a relatively new player. Like other sapient creatures capable of traversing the cosmos, they had their unique quirks, but nothing that set them apart significantly. They were endurance predators, capable of outlasting many in a marathon, but when it came to strength, flexibility, or resilience, they were average at best. But humans had a knack for technology and engineering. Most races had a straightforward approach to communication. Connect point A with point B as efficiently as possible, given the resource-intensive nature of interstellar communication. A military ship would have a link to its headquarters, an embassy to another. Nothing more, nothing less. The humans, however, had a different idea. They created a network, where a ship wasn't just linked to its home port, but with every conceivable point under human control. The whole notion seemed nonsensical to outsiders. Why would a military vessel need a connection to a distant planet's stock exchange? But the humans remained resolute in their method. Making all this happen was a resource-draining endeavor beyond comprehension. Just to fully interconnect a major city would cost trillions of credits. Yet they didn't stop there. They connected all cities on a planet, installed space relays, and linked entire planets. It seemed like an economic suicide mission. And it wasn't a restricted network either. Every human, from the youngest to the oldest, had free access as part of their universal right. They could communicate with anyone, anywhere, about anything, no matter how trivial. And it wasn't just communication devices that were connected. Cars were self-driving, downloading their maps. Clothes would adjust their temperature based on weather forecasts. Even chairs would customize their firmness and height based on user preferences. Though it seemed like an extravagant waste of resources, it was anything but. This network propelled the humans to the forefront of the galactic stage. Despite their turbulent past, humans experienced a rapid expansion and a burst of scientific advancement following their first contact. The network enabled them to disseminate knowledge at an unprecedented pace. A farmer from a remote planet could discover new species, and within hours, scientists from core worlds would be analyzing them. This collective approach to science put humans at the cutting edge in nearly every field. Even on the military front, the network proved invaluable. Their armor was always connected, their tactics impeccable. Reinforcements arrived just where needed, and commanders had real-time information from the front lines and civilians alike, leading to a level of coordination that left their enemies baffled. In a sense, humans had become a kind of hive mind while still retaining their individuality. Their network fostered collaboration on a scale previously unseen, making them a force of both chaos and order. As they continue their journey, we can only hope that they use this power to build, not to destroy. The ripples of humanity's abrupt ascent had not gone unnoticed. Far from it. From the diamond crystal cities of the Zelthians to the floating hives of the Quarlax, the entire galaxy was abuzz. The humans, with their peculiar network and explosive progression, had sent a cosmic shockwave that stirred even the most ancient of races from their slumber. The reactions were a kaleidoscope of the galaxy's sentiments, as varied as the races themselves. The traditionalist Jovarites, beings of pure energy ensconced within crystalline shells, recoiled at the very thought of the humans' network. To them, it was an affront to the natural order, a dangerous dance on the precipice of chaos. Their great synods echoed with fiery debates, their energy forms flickering in agitation as they deliberated over this unsettling development. The Hranga, an equally venerable race of sentient plants, were no less perturbed. They had always found comfort in the slow, steady rhythm of life. But the humans, with their frenetic pace and unorthodox methods, were like a storm disturbing the tranquil waters of their existence. On the other end of the spectrum were the Ivorians, a young and ambitious race of humanoid reptiles. They looked upon the humans' network with avaricious eyes, recognizing it for the revolutionary tool it was. For them, it was not a matter of whether they should replicate the network, but how soon they could. In the hushed corridors of their grand academies, scholars and engineers worked tirelessly, their minds ablaze with visions of a connected Ivorian empire. The Zelthians, renowned for their technological prowess across the cosmos, found themselves torn. While some hailed the network as a splendid breakthrough, others cautioned against the uncharted waters humanity was steering into. Their diamond cities resonated with the heated exchanges of this ideological clash, the crystalline structures twinkling with the intensity of the debate. Meanwhile, the Quarlax, a hive-minded species, observed the unfolding drama with a detached curiosity. To them, the humans' network seemed a crude mimicry of their own collective consciousness. Yet, they could not deny the effectiveness of it, and the potential it held for a species not inherently connected like themselves. As these reactions unfolded across the cosmos, an undercurrent of tension began to rise. It was as if the galaxy held its breath, waiting for the tide to turn. The humans, oblivious to the galactic storm they had stirred, continued their relentless march forward, their network humming with the symphony of a species united. Little did they know, their innovation was about to reshape the cosmic order and set the stage for a new era in the galaxy. The dazzling beacon of humanity's progress, the network that spanned across the stars, was not without its flaws. It was a masterpiece of engineering, yes, but like any creation, it had its vulnerabilities. And in the dark corners of the galaxy, shadowy factions were already sharpening their tools, their eyes gleaming with malicious intent. The Ivorians, in their fervor to replicate the network, had also devoted considerable resources to understanding its weaknesses. Their scholars, experts in cryptography and cyber warfare, began to find cracks in the human's colossal construct. They probed and poked, their digital tendrils seeping into the network's architecture, causing minor disruptions at first. A delayed transmission here, a lost data packet there. However, it wasn't long before their intrusions escalated. Entire planets found themselves temporarily severed from the network, their citizens plunged into a chilling silence. Military units, dependent on the network for real-time commands, were caught off guard mid-operation, their strategies crumbling like sandcastles against the tide. Iti, for the first time since the inception of the network, felt a shudder of fear. The network, their pride and joy, had been violated. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that their greatest strength could also be their greatest weakness. But humans were nothing if not resilient. Faced with this new threat, they rallied. Cybersecurity teams across the galaxy worked around the clock, their eyes bloodshot from staring at lines of code, their minds strained to the breaking point. They hunted for the alien intrusions, devising patches and firewalls to reinforce their network. Meanwhile, the best minds in human society came together in a think tank of unprecedented scale. They brainstormed and debated, their voices echoing through the vast halls of the United Earth Parliament. They understood that mere patches and firewalls wouldn't suffice. They needed a fundamental change, a solution that would not only protect the network, but also make it stronger. And so, the concept of quantum encryption was born. A cutting-edge technology, it would make the network nearly invulnerable to traditional hacking methods. Every bit of data would be encoded with quantum states, providing a level of security that dwarfed anything the galaxy had ever seen. It was a daunting task, one that would require tremendous resources and time. But the humans had faced daunting tasks before, and they were not about to back down now. Their network had propelled them to the galactic stage, and they were determined to protect it at all costs. As the humans embarked on this ambitious endeavor, the rest of the galaxy watched with bated breath. The network had disrupted the cosmic order, and its fate would decide the future course of the galaxy. No one knew what lay ahead, but it was clear that the era of the network was far from over.